Hölgyeim és uraim, és hamarosan érkeznek a férfi döntő játékosai. Az első játékosunk, aki a legjobb 16 közé a 17-es ifjúsági világbajnok Su Fit verte meg 4 játszmában 4-0 győzelemre. Nem más, mint a kínai színekben induló Wang Zhendong! Fogadják nagy tapsal!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ITTF Seamaster 2018 World Tour Hungarian Open, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobro, and that right there is the man to watch, Zhendong, world rank number 2. He's 20 years old, turns 21 tonight at midnight, and would love to go into his birthday with a double victory, men's doubles and men's singles. But there is one man, 17 years old at that, who will pose the challenge. It is Chinese national team member WANG Chuqin, currently world rank number 391. But again, that's due to his lack of participation in the last 12 months. If you look at his 8 best tournaments on the World Tour, he doesn't have much to offer. Not because of poor results necessarily, but lack of participation. So, if he wins here, chances are quite good he will earn himself a chance to be playing on the World Tour a lot more in the near future. And a good handshake there from both sides. So there's a lot of charm out there on the court right now. Zhendong against Christian Carlsen, showing some of the most charming facial expressions we've seen from him since he hit his amazing shot of the year against Simon Gauzy. And having a similarly impressive shot from under the table against Christian Carlsen. Earned some great smiles from all around. It was one of 2 occasions where Zhendong had big smiles throughout the match yesterday. Typically, he's quite focused. Again, the players have so much pressure on them. This is the national treasure for China, table tennis, where they are expected to bring home the titles. So you'll have a chance to meet the officiating staff, the umpire and assistant, in a moment. Here's our umpire for you. It's Imre Benchik from Hungary, part of a table tennis family. His son has been a big part of the ranking system in the past and taking care of many of the details. Roman Klecker from Czech Republic, assistant umpire. You've probably seen from some of the most memorable points toward the end of last year and for years on the World Tour. Again, the umpire is very friendly, very kind people who love the sport and give a lot to it. Zhendong, also very giving. For those of you who are just tuning in and didn't hear the story the other day, after his team, Bai, as in 8-1 August 1st, when the Army team developed, or the Army developed, I guess, to protect the country and whatnot, his Army team, Bai, won in the Chinese Super League, and Zhendong took all the fans out for dinner. He treated everybody to hot pot, and some fans said, "I'm not a fan of your team. I was rooting for the other team. Can I still come?" He said, "Sure, no problem." Not in those exact words, but he treated everybody, fans and non-fans alike, to dinner. So that's just the type of guy Zhendong is. So here he is, the top seed, world rank number 2, the champion of the World Tour Grand Finals, with a 4-0 victory to get revenge over Dmitry Ovtcharov, who beat him in the semifinals in Germany just about a month before. And WANG Chuqin here, the left-handed player, 17 years old. Only see one result there, Austrian Open 2017, round of 32. That's a tough exit to a tournament. So a little bit about how these players did and how they got where they are. WANG Chuqin in the singles started against Ricardo Walter of Germany, very skilled player with a variety of touch shots, but it was a 4-1 victory for WANG Chuqin. After that, Zhuang Zhiyuan from Chinese Taipei, the legend, the top player from Chinese Taipei for the last decade and a half. And WANG Chuqin takes him down 4-0. After that, another teammate, Chen Jianan from Taipei, 4-0 victory again for WANG Chuqin. And then following that, played a heated match against Liu Dingshuo from China. That was a 4-2 victory for WANG Chuqin. But how about Zhendong, you ask? Well, I'm so glad you did. From the start, Xue Fei, the up-and-coming pen holder, the world junior champion, had a 4-0 loss, absolutely cremated by Zhendong. Following that, Kirill Gerasimenko, 4-1. Following that, Christian Carlsen, 4-1, a spectacular match to watch. Same with Ugo Calderano next, 4-1. But now Zhendong will start men's singles final with the serve. A lot of pressure coming in. Zhendong making some very impressive shots. Wang Chuqin right there to keep him in play and take the first point against serve. Since it's still early in the match, talking about predictions, we saw the shoulder stretching yesterday from the 17-year-old Wang Chuqin. I was going to say, this one could go either way for me. Zhendong definitely the favorite to win, more experienced, arguably the strongest player on the planet right now. But Wang Chuqin yesterday looked very solid, so we'll see. Zhendong right at the back of the table waiting for that opening attack. Could be 4-0, could be 4-3. If it is 4-0, does it come down? It does not. If it is 4-0, I would expect that to be 4 for Zhendong, not the other way around. 4-3 could go either way. Depends on pressure. Depends on a lot of factors, really. Look at the power on this. Wang Chuqin turns the corner, hits it so hard, and Zhendong with a short stroke right back down the line. How do you even see that ball, let alone contact it, let alone make it? And a break off the top of the net. He didn't need it, but he'll take it. First towel break of the match. And it's a 5-1 lead for Zhendong. That one hits a good part of the white at the top of the net. Well placed, Wang Chuqin. A little bit to the backhand side of the middle as Zhendong tries to recover after coming in for the backhand on the forehand side. Really, placement is so important. Anything to get some indecision, some hesitation out of your opponent will be to your advantage. Oh, service error, pressure. Still early in the match. We will see. Another net for Zhendong, little apology there. Was wondering if we're gonna see Zhendong shui fei. I should say shui fei Wang Chuqin. And by that I mean a 4-0 victory. Just decimate him. That half-long push from Wang Chuqin. It's a little bit more pressure on Zhendong to play it from deeper on the table, trying to keep it short. Much like on a serve, the half-long can be quite effective mid-rally. Again, anything to get the opponent hesitating. Making a decision a little bit later typically means lower quality shot. At least less effective. Oh, right into the body. Kidney shot there. Second towel break of the game. Zhendong back up by 4. Now, talking to Timo Boll about experience, his 2005 self versus his 2017 self. The reason it might be a close match is experience and knowledge. This is something that Zhendong has more of. So he's going to be in the right place at the right time. He's going to know patterns a little bit better, know what to expect. Excellent follow-up after the net ball. Wang Chuqin there to clean up. Well, Zhendong will have more experience. Much like Sun Ying-sha, sometimes a younger player can be quite clever. Depends on each individual. So 5 game points for Zhendong to win game 1, holding his opponent to less than half of his points.
10-6.
Like he changed his mind there for a minute. Zhendong might have wanted to blast that inside out to the forehand. Tries to bend it the other way. 1 game point saved by WANG Chuqin. Fast long serve to the backhand does it. The righty-lefty trick on the serve, and 11-6. Zhendong takes game number 1. We'll be back for game number 2 of the men's singles final right after this.
Véget is ért az első szett. Zhendong, hogy ő kiemelt játékosként érkezett méghozzá a magyar bőrtől első kiemeltjeként. A legjobb 16 közé jutva a 17-es ifjúsági világbajnokot Su Fejt verte meg 4-0-ás játszmában. A 8. döntőben pedig a remek formában játszó kazak Kirill Gerasimienkót verte meg 4-1-es arányban. Ezt követően a 4. döntőben pedig ugyanilyen arányban a 6. kiemelt svéd Carlson győzte le. Az elődöntőben pedig a 4. kiemelt Hugo Calderano sem tudott a világ második legjobbja ellen győzedelmeskedni.
Second game, WANG to serve. Level.
So back for game number 2. No coaches in the corners. WANG Chuqin to serve. Good length on the serve. Get some hesitation. Change of heart from Zhendong on the receive. Oh, beautiful backhand right off the bounce. This is the type of speed that makes it seem possible that Zhendong could lose this match. Is it likely? Well, again, too tough to know. Zhendong the favorite in this match for many reasons. It's also interesting in terms of build. You know, Zhendong has the nickname Xiaopang, his frame. A little bit stockier than most. Very strong in the quads. Look at this backhand once again. He creeps around for the backhand on the forehand side, comes all the way back. If you're not physically fit, if you don't have the stamina, you're not going to get back for first of all, for the shot. Second of all, to have the power in that backhand cross court. Think about the power it takes to win a point against Zhendong playing for power. First point for Zhendong in this game. Again, he does have the touch, the short game. It's often what it comes down to, the first few shots of the rally in the short game, setting up the opening. This one gets a little loose for WANG Chuqin. 2 points in a row for Zhendong coming into the first towel break. Now, there are many great things about reading the ITTF website, but one of them is the interviews with the players, the quotes. Zhuang Zhiyuan of Taipei, when he was asked, said he couldn't read the serves of WANG Chuqin. It was very tough to get into the point. That's going to be one advantage he has in general, but the serves so far, Zhendong has done a pretty good job of coming back. 2 points against serve, 1 with his own. Hanging on to the lead here by 2. WANG Chuqin has the serves back. Let's see what he comes up with. Seen a lot of pendulum serves so far. A little bit of trouble. Soft hands again. Zhendong, this is one of his specialties. He's a beast on the attack, but he's got the softest, most gentle hands in the short game as well. Little change of place here, moving to the middle of the table on the serve.
5-5.
Not sure if that one caught the hand. It sounded like it. If it comes down on the table, it's good. Zhendong watching to see just in case. Little help off the top of the net there for Zhendong. Pulling a swinging shot out here with both feet in the air. WANG Chuqin trying to stay on top of the ball with the backhand. Loses a little bit of that wrist action that he's used to when he's over the table, when he has his feet on the ground. Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, anyone? Little Alan Ruck look-alike. Zhendong so agile to bend the waist. We've seen many times where he gets really low and leans out of the way, but he makes two forehands here. Watch this. One has to get way out of the way, right back. That forehand is so fast and it almost snaps back into position. Backhand parallel ties it up. Funny, until he takes a game, viewers will be skeptical, but WANG Chuqin, if he takes this game, this match gets, I'd say, buckle your safety belts. Back edge of the table, it's a 1-point lead here. Both of these players speaking a bit of English. You could hear WANG Chuqin saying sorry. Ooh, fooled on the serve. WANG Chuqin anticipates a ball to the forehand side, comes in for the banana. Has to go back quickly to the backhand corner. Forehand flip kill, the power over the table. Has to get up, has to elevate for this ball. Not easy to do with that short stroke. This is a big point. For me, that's a tough play. Comes in over the table, has to come back deep to the backhand. Looked like he sacrificed positioning. Zhendong wins this point when he has the player off balance like this for a moment. But while moving back, WANG Chuqin able to stay on top and play it down the line, earns him 2 game points. No Chiquita here from the back of the table. Zhendong saves 1 game point. And this time the answer is there. It's the backhand over the table, 11-9. WANG Chuqin in this match, tied up at 1 game apiece. I said it before and I'll say it again, buckle your safety belts. We're about to go for a ride. Game number 3 right around the corner.
WANG Chuqin, a fiatal kínai versenyző. Ő piros mezben versenyzik. Most még gondolkodtam, mindig azt mondom, hogy fiatal kínai versenyző, de hát Zhendong is csak 20 éves. Úgyhogy nagy korkülönbség egyébként nincs köztük. Tehát Chuqin a 16 közé a német Walter verte meg 4-1-es arányban. A Aztán tovább menetel a 8. döntőben a páros világbajnok Chuqin Yuan sem találta játéka ellenszerét. Úgyhogy Chuqin magabiztos játékkal 4-0-ra győzedelmeskedett. Negyed döntőben pedig egy újabb páros világbajnok következett. Akárcsak Csangot, Chen Qian is 4 játszmában múlta felül. Jöjjön a harmadik szett.
Third game. 1 to serve. Love all.
Back for game number 3, Zhendong in black, losing the last game. 11-9, starting off here with the serve, tied up at 1 game apiece. Beautiful timing, Wang Chuqin staying near the table. His technique, very flawless. Again, I likened him to Lingao Yuan yesterday, in the sense that he's not massive, that he's quite quick. Left-handed, stays on top of the table pretty well. He's able to turn the middle very fast. We will see. Lingao Yuan's another player that I expect to see a lot more on the World Tour in 2018.
Well, 1.
Oh, down the line, fools him. Waiting in the wrong spot. The bus never comes there. Not that point.
No flash, please.
Good call, umpire. Those of you at home, if you show up on the World Tour, check yourself on the flash tip. Tough range to play backhands from. Wang Chuqin did it successfully for the first several backhands of that rally. Corner to corner, but a little bit fatigued by the end of that rally. It's tough to hit so many that hard from different places. Again, finding the weak point, the sweet spot on your opponent's backhand, is only so big. Bigger for these two than most. Able to generate a lot of power from on the run. Oh man, gets low and follows up with 2 more low loops, the inside out one to finish. There's the Chiquita. Quick off the bounce backhand, gets low. Ball sits up for a little bit. Side swiping the ball, bending it out of reach. First towel break of the game, Zhendong leading 5-1. Look at that focus. And the kick serve, second bounce. At this level, it's quite rare that we see a kick so effective that it catches the edge of the racket on the receive. That's tough. Zhendong creeps in a little bit, moves right up to the back edge of the table, looking for the opening spin shot. Curious if we'll have a chance to see the back of Zhendong's shoes later. You can see in the distance, depending on the size of the screen you're looking at, the little F on the back of his shoe. It's unfortunate for Wang Chuqin. When he gets the open swings like that, he should be a bit more in control of the point. Just in the sense that it is typical to expect. He seemed to be a little bit less committed to that shot. Came in with a little hesitation on that backhand. Sometimes it's tougher to hit a slow shot, spinny. You hesitate a little bit, you tense up, more to think about, less muscle memory. On the run, no chance there. Zhendong sends it too wide. That ball catches the side of the table, no good. It's the reverse pendulum serve. How fast Zhendong redirects that ball.
9-3.
Continuing to run away with this game. 6-point lead at the second towel break. Wang Chuqin a little bit late to get to the towel. No problem though. Quality opening backhand. His positioning on that adds some pressure to Zhendong to play a little extra wide. He's more central on the table. That forehand is within reach if it comes down. Nice parallel from Zhendong, but Wang Chuqin right there. 2 points in a row for the 17-year-old in red. The up-and-coming Wang Chuqin. Two-time World Junior doubles champion with Shui Fei.
6-9.
I wonder, it's pretty early in the match. Zhendong is favored to win this. If it were the other way around, Wang Chuqin, I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout around now. Is there going to be a timeout here? Again, Zhendong, the more experienced player, it seems like he might be able to save it. It's not as important for him to take an early lead as it is for Wang Chuqin. Ooh, very close to the back edge, but just missing long, and Zhendong with 3 game points now. Oh, the power, but he's burned, rocking back for a moment. The balance is not there, and there's no time to recover with Zhendong taking that backhand. So Xiaopang goes up 2-1, and we'll be back for game number 4 right after this.
Tehát úgy fejeztem be, hogy a pirosban versenyző Wang Chuqin eljutott a negyeddöntőig, aztán pedig honfitársa elleni igazi elődöntő következett. 4-2-re sikerült megnyernie Liu Yingzhou ellen. Kettőjük egymás elleni mérlegében Liu volt a jobb az elődöntőig, ő 4-szer tudott nyerni, míg Wang ez idáig csak egyszer, de ezen most változtatott. És akkor folytatjuk a negyedik szettel.
So here we are, game number 4. Zhendong up 2-1. After 4 points in a row from 9-3, Wang Chuqin made a bit of a break. But then 2 back for Zhendong, and that was it. 2 in a row with that forehand. Right foot way out in front. That's as full of a stroke as you can get. We see it from Chuqin from time to time. Positioning here is quite important. Again, the quality of shot that both of these players can bring. Part of the reason Zhendong rushes to find that opening. But Wang Chuqin, once again, a bit more central on the table, a little bit more to the forehand side than you might expect. Beautiful parallel shot with that forehand. I've really become a Wang Chuqin fan. I feel like watching his game. He's very capable, still at 17 years old. Will continue to develop to be one of the best in the world, which, quite frankly, he probably already is. The serve there, Zhendong setting up his 3rd ball for the taking. Look at this signature reverse pendulum. A little bit of topspin on it, doesn't have to be much, just more than it appears. Big counter, he's fired up. No question, there's some fiery youth out there. While YouTube commenters can say whatever they want, I find it quite exciting to see the passion and the fight in the players. Remember, these are 2 players from the same national team. Chuli, it's back. Coming into the towel break with a 5-1 lead. Taking a little bit of example from last game when Zhendong did the same. 2 times in a row, Zhendong gets low, really low. There aren't so many players who can do this. Quads, quads, and it pays off. Bros don't let bros forget leg day. This time the quick movement, little anticipation pays off. Wang Chuqin gets to the right place, doesn't have to backpedal. Little indecision here about where he wants to stand on the serve. Stays at the middle of the table. Not a bad serve. Fast, long, little rotation on it, right into the body. But sometimes when you serve an awkward ball, it comes back awkward. That's how it looked right there for Wang Chuqin. Quality underspin on that push. That very open racket, nice and flat. Zhendong disguised it well. Just reminded me of Waldner when he would push sometimes on the backhand and quickly retract his racket.
5, 6.
That's 3 in a row for Zhendong in the timeout here.
Timeout.
Wang Chuqin, good call. As I said last game, from up 9-3, if you lose a lead when you really need a game, if you don't take this game here from up 6-2, you're down 1-3 against world rank number 2, the World Tour Grand Finals champion, and arguably the best player on the planet at the moment.
És akkor a mérkőzés első időkérése. Hát hasonlóan szoros.
It's a very interesting transition from the World Junior circuit to being in the men's game. We see this from time to time. It's quite rare within China to see such young players representing the game. Hey, it's our chance. They were ready, they knew. Gotta be ready. When you show up, you have good seats. You're watching live. Come prepared. Wear your favorite sweater with some color in it, whatever it may be. Well, speaking of prepared, we will see how Wang Chuqin comes back to the table. Calling the timeout on the receive can be risky, but he did not want to wait another point. Superheroes! This is just spectacular. Yeah, practice that. From the start of this rally, the initiation was Wang Chuqin's. He comes back strong right over the table. Blast for blast. Absolute warfare on the table here, and Zhendong with his 4th point in a row against the timeout. Tough times right now for Wang Chuqin. Those are the types of points that send someone into a timeout when you have one left. Turning the corner, trying to play it on the line, just missing. From that camera angle, it looked dangerously close. Zhendong on fire right now. Look at that, the signature receive, a short stroke from both sides. Really, he looks like a statue. Some of these poses, just unbreakable. A little bit off the top of the net, but regardless, it's a fast shot to open the rally. And I guess to close the rally here. Simply the opening attack. I still have the image in my mind of Zhendong 2 points before, like a Greek god running around out there. Just flexed and low, short counter strokes to win the points. Fends off another one with that quick backhand. Much like Swingying Shah, the tip of the racket down low to scoop around, recover, get back and into position when the ball's wide to the backhand. Zhendong! The power, where does this come from? I mean, no question where it comes from. Look at the man's body. Look at his movement out here. But this is out of nowhere, way down below the table. This shot is miraculous. So 3 game points now for Zhendong.
10-8.
Okay, 1 game point saved here. Wang Chuqin still a chance. 3rd towel break of the game. He cleans the top sheet of rubber here for full traction. It's Zhendong who has the serves. Touch game in near the net, some trouble. 2 game points saved. What's it gonna be, Wang Chuqin? Oh, wow, that is a worried face. Talk about finding the right person in the crowd. Does not close. 3 saved. 3 game points in a row. Wang Chuqin. Some mental toughness we will see. Has not finished crossing the tightrope yet. All eyes forward. Fast, long serve parallel. This can be effective. Zhendong fan club quite happy. Very modest fan club here in Hungary right now. Game point back to Xiaopeng. Beautiful backhand parallel once again, and he keeps it going. Wang Chuqin. Seems like in the receive game, is winning more points than in his serving game many times. Ironic considering how effective his serve was against Zhuang Zhiyuan. But again, it's the beauty of table tennis. Every player is different, style matchups. You have to pull out different skill sets. The match is even evolving within itself. Beautiful time to take some pace off the ball. He's got Zhendong far away from the table, so he plays it a little bit softer, leaving it out in front, and Zhendong doesn't have much behind that ball. It's going to be a tough shot to play consistently from down low and out in front. So after saving, what, 3 game points in a row, and then another one from 10-11, here he is with a game point of his own, 17-year-old Wang Chuqin. Oh, missed times it, caught the edge of the racket. Wow. This is one that even watching in slow motion without the sound is not going to be super clear. Let's see. Strong opening. That one looked like it came off the edge of the racket of Zhendong. So 12 points apiece. Again, this could be the turning point in the match. Zhendong runs away. Wang Chuqin. Wang Chuqin saddling up, lassoing his opponent. Top of the net again. A bit of fortune here. Zhendong off the top of the net. Tough times for Wang Chuqin. But game point back to Zhendong. No, and he avoids the backhand over the forehand side. Some frustration from Wang Chuqin. Very expressive player, but it's a 3-1 lead. Zhendong 1 game away from taking the Hungarian Open in the men's singles event. Stay right here to see if it happens or if Wang Chuqin comes back.
Férfi egyesben egyébként 2 kínai, egy tájvani, egy hongkongi és egy japán siker született. 2014-ben maradt Európában az arényérem, amikor az osztrák Daniel Habesson, a német Mengelt verte meg a fináléban. játékosok vissza is tértek az asztal mellé. Jön az 5. szett.
Fifth game, want to serve, Lavol.
Back for game number 5, Zhendong leading 3 games to 1 over WANG Chuqin. Now please keep in mind at the end of the last game, Zhendong realized he couldn't afford to serve short or mid-long to the forehand. WANG Chuqin was just too comfortable receiving that with his backhand. This is the modern receive Peter Korbel developed. The banana, the Chiquita. And again, no timeouts left for WANG Chuqin. This would be the time when you would need one. There have been several occasions so far, but this is definitely one of them. Good footing there, very focused forehand from WANG Chuqin. Chinese fans in the crowd. Oh, the backhand blast. Zhendong, when you hear that sound, duck and cover. Sonic boom off the backhand. Watch this one more time. Soft shot. He's a teddy bear. No, he's not. You fell for it. First towel break. The body language between the two players reads just like the scoreboard. WANG Chuqin. Ah, the crowd wants to see the match go on. WANG Chuqin fan in the crowd. No! That ball looked like something you chop or you lob, but you at least play with the backhand. Zhendong is like Gumby. How does he bend his body to make this shot? Watch one more time and find out. Jeez! That is crazy.
7-1.
Yeah, that's pretty devastating. My heart still hasn't calmed down from Zhendong's shot. Beautiful rally, a little bit more charisma here, a little bit more fire for WANG Chuqin in the counters. Again, he came out this game looking a bit broken by Zhendong. Like there's a finite amount of confidence. It was Zhendong who had more of it, which means less for WANG Chuqin. And the touch, the short game, a 9-2 lead. We already saw one exhibition point earlier today in the doubles. Zhendong was a part of it. Will we see one here? 10-2, 8 championship points for the men's doubles champion. No exhibition point yet. The way he backed off the table, I started to wonder. Again, the speed of the Chinese national team, that could have been the start to an exhibition point, but it seems like he's fighting. And some side spin. Zhendong is the champion in men's doubles and in men's singles. He's having his cake and eating it too. On his birthday night, tonight at midnight, he will be 21, and what a way to celebrate your birthday a little bit early. Taking both of the events you entered. Could have entered the under 21 if he wanted, but hasn't done that in a long time. World rank number 2, Zhendong takes the first 2 World Tour men's titles available. Touch game and everything else, a spectacular show from Xiaopeng. And as strong as WANG Chuqin is and was here today, look at all the side spin left on the ball. He was not enough to get through Zhendong. A good high five indeed, an embrace. And we'll have an interview with Zhendong on the court and the awards ceremony to follow. Stay right here for the excitement.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is next to me standing Zhendong, the winner of the final. You made it into the final and you win 4-1, but it looked like a really tough game. What do you think about the game and your player?
你进入了决赛，并且大比分赢了这场比赛，你觉得自己表现怎么样？以及觉得对手打得怎么样？
我觉得今天双方发挥都非常好吧，然后可能在1、3、5局我的开局更好一点，然后在2、4局可能也是都打到最后2分，所以自己能够赢下来还是很开心吧。
He thought that both of the players played really well today, and he's really happy that he won the title. And he's got a really good beginning at the first, the third, and the fifth games. I think that's why he's really confident and won the game at last.
And how did you like Budapest? Did you get to see the city or only the hotel and the arena?
你觉得布达佩斯这座城市怎么样？有没有时间出去转转，还是只在酒店待着来着？
今天比完赛，希望明天有机会去城市里面转转吧，然后也是非常喜欢这座城市吧。
He really liked the city, and he's hoping to have a chance to visit the city tomorrow after today's match. That's his plan.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations for your game, and see you in the awarding ceremony. És akkor perceken belül érkezünk a díjátadó. Hölgyeim és uraim, és hamarosan érkeznek a férfi döntő játékosai. Az első játékosunk, aki a legjobb 16 közé a 17-es ifjúsági világbajnok Su Fit verte meg 4 játszmában 4-0-ás győzelemre. Nem más, mint a kínai színekben induló Zhendong! Fogadják nagy tapsal!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ITTF Seamaster 2018 World Tour Hungarian Open, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobro, and that right there is the man to watch, Zhendong, world rank number 2. He's 20 years old, turns 21 tonight at midnight, and would love to go into his birthday with a double victory, men's doubles and men's singles. But there is one man, 17 years old at that, who will pose the challenge. It is Chinese national team member WANG Chuqin, currently world rank number 391. But again, that's due to his lack of participation in the last 12 months. If you look at his 8 best tournaments on the World Tour, he doesn't have much to offer. Not because of poor results necessarily, but lack of participation. So, if he wins here, chances are quite good he will earn himself a chance to be playing on the World Tour a lot more in the near future. And a good handshake there from both sides. So there's a lot of charm out there on the court right now. Zhendong against Christian Carlsen, showing some of the most charming facial expressions we've seen from him since he hit his amazing shot of the year against Simon Gauzy. And having a similarly impressive shot from under the table against Christian Carlsen. Earned some great smiles from all around. It was one of 2 occasions where Zhendong had big smiles throughout the match yesterday. Typically, he's quite focused. Again, the players have so much pressure on them. This is the national treasure for China, table tennis, where they are expected to bring home the titles. So you'll have a chance to meet the officiating staff, the umpire and assistant, in a moment. Here's our umpire for you. It's Imre Benchik from Hungary, part of a table tennis family. His son has been a big part of the ranking system in the past and taking care of many of the details. Roman Klecker from Czech Republic, assistant umpire. You've probably seen from some of the most memorable points toward the end of last year and for years on the World Tour. Again, the umpire is very friendly, very kind people who love the sport and give a lot to it. Zhendong, also very giving. For those of you who are just tuning in and didn't hear the story the other day, after his team, Bai Yi, as in 8-1